Hey guys, it's Tabatha. Today I wanted to talk to you about a brief history of body piercings. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, this is a pretty selfish video, and it's mainly because the other day I decided to put my septum piercing back in, and I put it on Facebook saying if anybody besides my grandma cares, I'm gonna see if my septum piercing is open. And about 3 older people were like, why would you do that? You're beautiful without it. You're beautiful already. Why would you do that to your face? Or why would you want to look like a bull and be controlled or all this stuff? And a little bit sassy, normally wouldn't reply to those sort of things, but I did, and I was like, I'm beautiful with it too, and it's not used to control me, so I'm not a bull. And that prompted me into wanting to look into the actual history of piercings. Where did they come from? Who used them before? What did they mean before? And from what I found out, it's just recently become a study that archaeologists are looking into about body piercings and what they meant for different cultures. But what we do know is that piercings have been used for centuries now by different cultures, from Romans to Indians to tribal cultures to Native Americans to all cultures have at one point in time had usefulness or usage of body piercings. In fact, the oldest mummy that was found had ear piercings. Septum nose piercings date back to, I think it was 1500 BC is what I found. And according to an article in Marie Claire, piercings such as the huge ear piercings came from Johann Vermeer's, I believe that's his name, picture of the girl with the pearl earring. And that picture, that painting actually inspired the movie The Pearl Earrings, I believe it was. The Rolling 20s had their own sort of piercings. They had these huge clip-on piercings back in the day in America, and the septum piercings came in during those 20s as well as a sign of rebellion. There's just been some really cool things about piercings that are just starting to come up in the studies. And I believe if someone wants to express themselves through the body modification of piercing, or of a piercing, then we should let them do that. And you know, some older people in the Christian world will say, you know, bring up a verse from Leviticus that talks about not tattooing or piercing your body for the dead or this or that. And if you really look into that study or really study that verse, what is going on is that the people of that time were tattooing themselves and getting piercings in a way that was dedicated to false idols, to false gods, to the titans, to these ideas that just weren't God. You know, God's commandments tell us to first, in the very first commandment, put no other gods before me. And these people were dedicating their entire bodies to other gods, and that is what that verse is about. It's like, don't put those dead gods on you, because It's blasphemy. It's whatever. So when I hear older people say that I shouldn't get a septum piercing or that I look better without it, it's so difficult for me to not point out the fact that their ear piercings, the piercings they have in their ears, those earrings that they're wearing, are, in fact, the exact same thing as my septum piercing, especially if they're going to want to use that verse that says that you shouldn't put any extra holes in your body. Because if I recall, I wasn't born with extra holes in my earlobes, so I think that via their logic, they're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. It's just currently septum piercings or whatever piercings aren't really accepted socially, where ear piercings were once not accepted socially either. So that's all I have for today. I hope you liked this video. Please make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and Snapchat. All of my links are down in the description box. I hope you have a wonderful day, and remember to be kind and respectful to each other. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.